Let's see. Welcome. That. Got that. Oops. Not that. No. Hmm. Went to full screen. Good. Okay. Few minutes early, which is rare. Make sure everything is working. Sound looks good on my end. Let's see. What's this? All right, that's interesting. All new. This interface changes quite a bit, and I haven't streamed in a bit, so it looks like we're good. So go to chat. Awesome. Okay. So tonight we're working on probably the last commission of the year. I think this is the last one on my schedule. We're going to be doing a SpongeBob piece. Riding BMX bike. BMX. So that is what we're doing. We'll put that at the top. Oh no. Why is this not working? If what is that? Well, anyways. Cool. We are going to start. Got some SpongeBob reference up. I've got some BMX reference up. Let's see. I still. Okay. Okay. I am here. That is there. If you have any questions, let me know. I will check my other feeds as well. Let's see. All right. Turn my phone off. No other sounds. All right. Let's hit the ground running. So, SpongeBob riding a BMX bike is the commission. And we'll start going this way. And of course, SpongeBob is a square. And it's kind of funny, I'm getting all these kind of requests to do riding on a bike lately, which was kind of awesome. And SpongeBob will be close to being on model, but we are not going to worry so much about that. So what I need to find a cool let's find a cool pose to work with. So working with reference, even though this is a SpongeBob cartoon, getting the BMX type pose is important to make it look valid. Add one. Okay. So just throwing some lines down. First, I kind of want, it was, I'm using a rectangle here to box out the bike just to see how I'm going to pose SpongeBob. I kind of want to get rid of him for a second. Okay. Go up here. And let's see. Let's thumbnail real quick. So we've got SpongeBob. His arms can be kind of elasticy. He's got the wheel here. Now, I'm just working with, again, the cool thing about SpongeBob is very basic shapes, so yeah, trying not to make it too freestyle because BMX is very different. So let's see. Let's go here. And again, all of this is just to get a pose as quickly as possible. So bikes here. Maybe the handlebars go this way. Make it cooler. Here. This. Do. Kind of want him bouncing off it. Okay. Do. That. This. Do. That. Oop. We got our sponge here. That could work. That might work. Let's see. Anything else that gives me a Yeah, I think this one will work. One leg up. That. Helmet here. Like this. Cool. I think that is a start. So we will reduce all this. Feed view. This will have a finish here. Coming over the jump. All right. So let's start putting this together. Okay. So get SpongeBob first. Boop. One, two, like that. So he's about, going by model, he's about 5 eyes high. So 1, 2, 4, 5. Perfect. It will work here. I think we'll go like that. Give him a little bit more dimension. Pants and shirt here. Yeah. Cool. And let's see, I'm going to bring up just so I follow messages around. All right, let's see. This, that. All right, no messages there. Good. Okay, back to this. So we're going to keep SpongeBob on a. Let's go. We'll keep SpongeBob on his own layer. We're going to go here. Do, do. Let's see. This idea is one of those ideas that could bring me down a rabbit hole real quick of wanting to draw the full crowd with all the characters. So we'll try to hold it together and only draw SpongeBob as requested. So here's a shirt of it. I'm gonna put him in a cool racing helmet. So I want to cover his mouth, but he's gonna be huge. Now get his BMX helmet here. That. This leg here. Again, basic shapes everywhere. And we're gonna make his do do. Boop, boop. Give his foot some dimension. Give him this. And this pedal's gonna be up here somewhere. Cool. All right. So we got basic SpongeBob. I'm going to do. Hey, Emilio, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome aboard. So these usually last about an hour, so stick around and we'll get the usually get the pencil and inks done during the stream. So thanks for stopping by and yeah. Any questions or comments, please interact. Okay. All right. So now if we've got, I'm going to draw his arms on a different layer just to maybe correspond with the bike here. So I don't want it. There's the pedals. Yeah, that's that. That should go down a bit further. And then that wheel. And oh, you know what? That's a cool idea. I'm going to change this perspective. Make my eraser bigger. And we're going to do that. Do. Cool. And we're kind of bringing the wheels like this together. Cool. And then we're going to take another look at BMX bikes as they're very specific with their handlebars. So let's go our frame here, back end here, and then seat way down here. And then let's see, I'm gonna bring, I think this will actually help me with this look. Okay, so if we do this, yeah, we might make his, we're going to make the force perspective a bit more dramatic. So I'm going to do this here. I'm going to grab this leg. We're going to make it a bit bigger. Oops. We're going to be on the right layer. That. Bring this down. And what I want is to make this foot coming out at us towards camera. So just again, just getting some of this perspective to be a bit more dramatic. Awesome, Emilio. I'll sit back and enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know. This foot can stay here. So trying to come out to the camera here a bit. I mean, we could I mean, a lot of times we make them happy. Or do we make them intense? Let's see. Let's bring him out here. Like here. And then I'm going to make this. A lot of times BMX racers come off to the side like this. Bring that arm like that. Maybe. Again, here's that triangle. Beam, beam. Like that. And then that really, really thin frame. There we go. So if you're watching and you don't have a tablet and not doing digitally, where you see me tracing over things is just like I do color pencils when I'm. This is a commission from one of my customers, Emilio, for their son. They wanted a SpongeBob riding a bike or riding a BMX bike. So that's what I am doing for them. Good question. So we're going to reduce all of this here. Cool. I'm going to quickly add another layer because I like this overall pose from SpongeBob. Like that. This. That. I want his mouth a little bit more dramatic that way. Deep, deep, deep. Cool. And that. Here's this helmet. That. And again, just trying to keep some of those fun lines. And here's the bit more dramatic. And we're just going to do that just for now. And let's see, let's bend this that way. And then the handlebars here. Nice and thick. That. Center line. And then this one reaches down. This. This. And then the tire in here somewhere. Save it. And then here's the little seat. Here's where the pedals are going to go. And then, let's see, yeah, we'll go this way. All right, let's turn those off, see where we're at. Cool. Here's SpongeBob's hands here. That goes here. And then there will be a number plate here. This. Yeah, cool. this leg back there. All right. And his, mm, this leg is going to be this. And again, this leg needs to be further up. So this is the pedal leg down. This one is up. That's his back leg. And this is his big old front leg. Like this. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. I think what we need to do, this is a tricky pose, which is fun. I like solving problems. So I want this to be a bit more forced, or dramatic rather. So I've got my object here. I really want that dramatic perspective. So let's see if we can pull it off. So in fact, the bike is going to be ahead of SpongeBob. That. And the bike. Let's get rid of some of these lines. Now I know what I'm going to do. Oops, that's all right. Bike like that. Oh. And then just to get my perspective a bit better, and then we'll redraw it. Oops. All right. Nope, I don't like it. Okay. New plan. Do this. There. This is the fun part. Trying. Awesome. Glad to see you back. Let's see. I'm going to try one more pose. I want this really, really dramatic. Every time I take a small break from doing these and doing my cartoony art, I try to come back and just push things a bit further, learn something new. And I think I'm just using the wrong, I feel like I'm using the wrong perspective to get what I want. Hmm. Bam. So if you're just joining us, I was pushing through this here, and I think the bike is okay. I really think that's all right. SpongeBob is not. I'm not sure. And I mean, this SpongeBob would look fine, but what I'm trying to do is push limits a bit and really get a fun, really fun perspective, more dramatic. So, do. We've got that helmet that could help us. Do. And humming to yourself and making all kinds of sounds is absolutely essential to be an artist. So here's the center line. I don't want to be looking happy intense, I guess, is a thing. And I do want him to be slightly oversized to his bike. And there's the side of Mr. Pants. Yeah. I really think his arm, yeah. So there's that. And this arm. Okay, this is getting better. Better. All right. So let's kind of solidify his bike a bit. So this is that. We've got a perspective here. Arrow tube. Seat. This needs to come down. This one here. So now this tire's here. This is tube D. Again, we could change this very this. Oh, beep, 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 beep. All right, 35 minutes in. I think we are on track here. Cool. Foot should be down here somewhere. This one's up here. And his number plate here. This again. Trying to push this. So this should be bigger. This. That. That's much smaller. And the seeds. Cool. Okay, so we add SpongeBob. I think SpongeBob does need to be slightly. Do. Bring all that down. All right, let's go back to SpongeBob. We'll get his shape down first. Shirt, pants. This way. Cool. There's that. That. All right. Now I still think the visor should be like here. And then helmet. Do. This. Boop. Yep, I'm on a third version. Just trying to make things much more dramatic. Yeah, but I think we're about there. Getting the tangents out of the way. This. Cool. All right. Cool. And says arm would be here. And this arm would be this way. I think his pupils. Here now. Cool. Flip that way. Cool. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. A little bit more bubbly here. Cool. All right. Check on SpongeBob model sheets. Love that one here. That. Cool. All right. See that. Much more like I'm looking for. And go back to reduce that. Reduce that. Now we can do a cleanup. So let's. Oops. I want to give him a more purposeful look. That. That helmet. Hmm. No. Oops. All right. So draw him first. That. Cool. Back up here. And here's the rest of him. This. Cool. Do. That. Little heel. Oof. Cool. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna give him a uniform. So that's about all you can see there. This leg comes down. Not like that angle, but we'll get there. We will get there. Cool. Yep. All right. So let's take this off for a minute and see if we can capture this really trying to push this perspective. That. That's cool. And we're gonna take the tire. Bring this down even more. Like this. Cool. Then we're gonna do our frame. That. Save it. Hey, thank you. How are you, Jesus? Let me know if that. Nope, just Jesus. All right. Welcome. Thank you for the. Thank you for the kind words. So this one, again. This wheel is kind of bent that way. That one is bent that way to get action from it. Cool, and I still think that needs to be extended. And then the number plate. Cool. If we add SpongeBob back into the mix, I can kind of get rid of some of this just to. Let's try to get his hand correctly. This hand's going to be fairly big. That. Again, trying to push this perspective. There's the big grip. The other grip is on. I'll do this much smaller here. Excuse me. Yeah, this whole leg still really bothers me. Don't mind that. However, I feel like SpongeBob still needs to come over more. this. This leg is down here. This leg's up here. This leg has to be further here. Much bigger. This. Pew, pew. This leg is up. Bent more. This. This arm is here. That arm is cartoonishly much bigger here. And again, just redrawing and redrawing so I can get this more dramatic. Then a little seat. Jeez. That. Doo-doo-doo. All right. I will get it. Pew. Doo-doo. That. Nope. Too straight. Too straight. All right. So we have his body here. His pedal has to be down here. So start with his shoe. This is a pedal. That. Side. Then pew, pew. And there's the seat. Cool. Doo-doo-doo. Thank you for bearing with me through this. Usually I get through the sketch part a bit quicker, but I really want this to be fun and dynamic. So lots of sketching. This shoe is easier, almost silhouetted back there. Yeah. Oops. Oops. Boom. Think I'm just not pushing it enough. There. All right. Do this again. So pushing these shapes like this. Like's pretty good. So leave that. There. Cool. Okay. So got big shapes here, smaller shapes, maybe even a pinky up there. There's his butt. There's the shoe. Do the pedal, because why not? The seat. That. Cool. There's the rest of SpongeBob here. Cool. And his fingers, his thumb. Yeah, that. And then do nice and rubbery arms. I'm gonna give him that happy, maniacal smile. And then cool. This lower lid is up. That. The sponge himself down there. Tooth. There's that smile. Boom, boom, boom. Having some kind of uniform. Other leg. And his shoe here will be kind of silhouetted, so that's cool. All right, so let's get rid of our sketch. Oops. There we go. There is. Oh, I still have that one on. All right. So about an hour in, I think I've got my pose where I want it. Let's just darken this up a bit. So let's see. Curve that. Boop. Again, around the helmet. And then doop, doop. That's his eye. Cheek. Lower lid. He's got a dot down here. One here. Here. Cool. A little bit more dramatic. So again, with this drawing, I wanted to push the shapes, push my perspective, and not be lazy with it. Um, because I was feeling a little bit complacent, and I haven't cartooned like this in a bit. So that's why I took the time to not settle for my initial sketches. And kept pushing. Very rarely does it ever happen on the first time. So thank you for watching. And I don't think this one is going to just be put aside as practice. I think I will make this into something more fun with a bunch of characters in it. So I'll try to post when I'm going to do that, if I'm going to do it live. So this is kind of a fun one. I like it so far. Make that note slightly bigger. So yeah, I appreciate everybody. And if you have any questions, drop me a line here on Facebook or wherever you want. And thanks. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yep, I think we are done for the evening. Have a good night, all. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Emilio, thank you. Appreciate it.